Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft. This is the very last episode of how to build a village. It's not the last how to build, but the last how to build a village. And now I'm starting to build the last rich house. Now the rich houses are higher than the poor houses, so the rich houses can look over the poor people and say, "Ha, we're rich and you're not." Now the poor houses are still quite big, just because this town is more of a rich town, and plus so it's not a sudden division of rich than poor. Now when I was building the poor houses I had more of a flat roof, just because it made them look more poor, and the rich houses had pointy ones, and there's more of like a difference, and you can tell the difference from above and below what are rich and what are poor. So I did not build every poor house quite big. I did build a small one, just to make it look like a small house had squeezed in between the gaps, so they could fit as many houses as possible in one place. On one of the houses, I made the roof look a different colour, just so it made it look like it was out of place, and that person who owned the house was poor and didn't have the money to change it. Now with the poor houses, you do not have to keep them all at the same level. You can have them 2 stories if you need to. It will just add some variation into the build. I now start to go and build some medium houses, and I know that I should have done them the other way around, but at the end they actually looks quite good, so I leave it how it is. The way I built the medium wealth houses is I just built them exactly the same way I did with the rich houses. I just didn't include the bottom half of the house. Now the 2 medium wealth houses next to the church, are not as big and posh, just because they're right next to the graveyard, and I thought, well, people do not want to be living next to the graveyard, so I made them still quite posh, but not as posh as the first one, and I'm going to build the rest of them as posh as I did as the first one from now on. As I got closer to the entrance to the main town, I started to build the houses more posher, so it made the town look a lot more inviting to people arriving. I then start building a big building opposite the church. Now this will probably be the main hall, or where the mayor lives, or something like that. Just a big house, and it's in the centre, and it'll just look nice. It'll give the town that finishing touch. I then come across and build a park at the very front, so it makes the town look more inviting and more green. I now come to the side and build a park at the opposite side and finish off a bit of the market, just extending it out just to make it a bit bigger because I couldn't think of what to put there, so I put a market and it ended up looking quite nice. We now come up to a bird's eye view of the town, so you can see me lighting it all up and putting all the lamps in just so it adds that extra feature. It makes everything look a lot nicer at night. Now come to a flyby of the whole town, the whole finished town, having a look at everything I've built, and at the moment we are flying around and back over the pub. We'll come into the rich area, and the rich area will go down to street level, have a look what the houses look like from street level, and then it will be going into the church and over the graveyards, past the church, and then we'll be going into the medium poor houses and then into the poor houses, and then it'll be flying back up right up above the town to see our whole work. And thank you for watching, everyone, and if you want me to do anything else, let me know down below. So thank you for watching, everyone, and bye bye.